Hello, everyone. I'm absent today from the World Session for June 30th, 2026. So I decided to record on the 29th a little session for us for the planet and everyone on it, just so we could have consistent updates going on. So, what I want to work with is basically the brain and the gut brain axis, along with everything that is required in the gut brain to support our metabolic function. So, this goes out to people who are, let's say, overweight. Um, they're on semaglutide or tirzepatide. Those of us who can't lose weight and also cannot be on that medication. Also, really wanting to optimize that gut brain function for everything, especially when one of the big complaints. There's some people who eat badly, but there's another complaint where some people just eat too much, but they eat really good food, right? Like I come from the Greek tradition. We eat really good food, but we eat too much. And then there's also those of us as kids who were well fed, and you get a lot more fat cells that grow and shrink, but they're really easy to gain weight. Also, menopausal and aging. So we want this all to relate to the gut brain axis so that the brain is also finding neuroplastic ways to change, whether it's weight, whether it's digestion, whether it's the appropriate nutrients, whether it's sugar cravings, whether it's leptin requirements, so that you're not eating too much. So, we're going to cover a lot of terrain here. This is also for brain health, right? So, if we're eating the proper things for the body, especially, we want those omega 3s, we want the I've been looking at glutathione and I went, I feel like my body is missing glutathione. So we really want to optimize those appropriate nutrients. So what I'm going to do is look through, get the peptide chains that we have naturally occurring in the body, along with hormonal interactions. So this is going to be also the pineal pituitary hypothalamic communication, because sleep is super important in all of these aspects. Sleep is really, really necessary to support and help uh, our bodies, get the required amount of rest and also metabolize. So I'm going to work with all of that together. If you would take a deep breath, breathe deeply, and allow your body mind to figure out on its own all of these arenas. This is going to be naturally occurring peptides. It's going to be hormones, especially leptin. That's the focus today, leptin. Leptin is the fullness hormone. So I don't know why that's coming up, but could be a lot of people having a little trouble with fullness. Then we're looking at also the GLP-1s, semaglutide, tirzepatide, etc. Those also reduce the appetite, right? But wouldn't it be nice if our leptin was moderated really well in the gut brain and the brain, so that we're eating exactly what we need for the body to work well, but also what we need to best optimize everything. That is including people who are thin, people who are in really good shape. Let the gut brain decide what needs to go into the body to optimize. I'm always struggling with that. I don't know about you, but I always struggle with what is it that my body needs? What is it that I should be eating? And then you go and you eat the thing you think is good, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, my stomach is bothering me. Or you don't feel full enough, or oh, I ate this little bit of thing and now I feel super full. So there's this whole quantity aspect, but there's also the what nutrients are going to also feel really good, right? So I know a lot of people who are carnivores. They do really, really well. I've tried it. I don't do well. I don't feel that good. So I need some carbs. And then I don't know the right combination. And then, things go awry. Then it goes back into this normal pattern. Of course, there are also patterns that run through the seasons. So we'll bring in that seasonal aspect. Right now, we're in the waning moon. We had the full moon. We have the full moon tonight. Sorry, we're in the waxing moon. We have the full moon tonight, but by the time we get to Tuesday, we will be in the waning moon. So if weight loss is required, we want to tune in to the parts that we don't need, foods we don't need, and weight we don't need. For those who do need weight, then what are the things that you don't need to eat that are not working for you, but being able to let go of what you think you should be eating that is not accruing enough weight. I like to cover both territories, right? Because when we're working with bigger bodies like mine that have a really hard time losing weight, that tend to gain weight really easily, and also dizziness. I find that so interesting, being overweight and then other people having no weight, and yet we all have this sort of dizziness that goes along with it. So we work with the pineal pituitary axis and what nutrients we need, like glutathione and omega-3s. I know that's a lot of stuff, but if you have any trouble with weight, any trouble with bloating, any trouble with digestion, this is a session that's trying to deal with those target categories, okay? All right, everyone, have a great week, and I'll see you next week. I should be back online unless there's any emergency for my family, my parents. Otherwise, I will be back. Bye, everyone.